All your life you worked hard to learn skills, knowledge and get experience, just to have a stable and happy future. And then AI happened.
Washington, large crowds.
According to this study by Goldman Sachs, more people could lose their jobs than the entire workforce of Saudi Arabia, Japan and the whole European Union combined.
All repetitive human work. That will all be done in the next couple of decades, better, cheaper, faster by AI.
If you're a middle manager, you're doomed. Any kind of commodity salesperson, report writers and journalists, accountants and bookkeepers, and oddly enough, doctors.
So either software works for you or you work for software, and once the software takes over, you're gone.
But is this really what will happen?
It is more likely that AI is going to create more jobs. The first thing that happens with productivity is prosperity. When the companies get more successful, they hire more people because they want to expand into more areas.
Yeah, I think we have to dig a little bit deeper. So listen, to predict how many jobs exactly will be taken by AI is impossible. Nobody knows it. Like in 1948, nobody could really predict how exactly the internet will affect our lives. But we know who will decide how AI will affect our jobs. Companies. They will implement it or not based on how they think it will benefit them. So to understand how they think, we have to speak their language, money. Here comes this other study into play. It is done by the McKinsey Global Institute, McKinsey being one of the biggest consulting firms worldwide. So what this consulting firm has done since 1926 and what they're really good at is to tell other companies how to be more efficient and productive. And for that they have their institute, which collects and analyzes data that helps companies to make decisions. And now take a look at this. The study states that 27 to 30% of all hours worked in the US and Europe could be automated by 2030. 30% by 2030? That's a lot, right? Well, let's take the US for example. 30% of all hours worked in the US amount to this gigantic number. If we multiply it by the median hourly wage, we get 1.695 trillion US dollars. This is the amount US companies could save every year from 2030 onwards by implementing AI. For scale, this is the yearly combined profit of Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, Walmart, JP Morgan Chase, Berkshire Hathaway, ExxonMobil's Meta Platforms, Tesla, Coca-Cola, Pepsi and Intel. Times 3. Companies will implement AI, invest in AI, and fight for AI, because that's just the best thing that ever happened to them. Okay, but what about all this stuff the CEO of Nvidia was talking about? More productivity, more prosperity. Well, there's one thing we have to understand about AI replacement. It won't be simple and linear, it will be messy and complex. Here are the 4 complexity layers. First layer, new jobs. While AI will take jobs away from us, the efficiency boost in the new AI working environment will create new roles and new responsibilities for us humans. The amount can be insignificant or potentially even greater than the jobs lost to AI. Second layer, function versus people. AI will affect different professions with a different amount of change. While jobs in construction or nursing will mostly not be impacted, there will be mostly no need for humans in office work or customer support. Some of those affected could retrain and get one of these new jobs. Others won't be able to. Third layer, time and speed. Generally speaking, this process of automating human jobs will evolve at the same speed as the improvement of AI. We can be sure that over time, AI will become more capable of doing both old and new jobs, especially when we take the modern innovation of robotics into account and combine them with AI. But if the speed of innovation is too fast for governments to react, there may be no real safety net prepared by them. This is what we fear most, an economy that is changing so rapidly that we as society just can't keep up. Fourth layer, global race. If we imagine countries and markets as complicated and intertwined companies, we can see how AI automation will affect the productivity and potential well-being of those countries and citizens. Countries don't exist for themselves. They are in a constant competition to be the most powerful and influential entity. Poor countries will use AI to rise above poverty, emerging countries will use AI to become global hegemonies, and the West will use AI to rescue itself from its downfall. Everyone in power, whether government or business, wants AI. This is not a trend, it won't go away, and the potential for replacing humans in the job market is astronomical. It doesn't even really matter if AI will replace 30, 50 or 70% of all human jobs. Maybe there's even a future where we all receive universal basic income and AI is our great savior. We really don't know what will happen and how fast it will happen. We only know it will be huge, and that's a problem, because when we as society don't know what will happen, we also can't prepare for that.